What's going on, guys? Finally back with another Wizards video. And it's that time of year, Summer League. Now, it's kind of hard to take away a lot of things from the very first Summer League game because I don't really judge players off of Summer League. I try to just look at potential things that they can work on it or improve on as they go along their NBA career. But as we all know, Troy Brown Jr. returning for a second year, Rui Hachimura, the Wizards' first round pick, Admiral Schofield, the Wizards' second round pick, and also undrafted rookie Justin Robinson. Those are the main prospects that I was looking at, and let's get into what I thought about them in the Summer League. Now, the first player I want to talk about is Rui Hachimura. Hachimura scored 14 points, shooting 6 for 16 with 5 rebounds and 2 blocks. To me, Hachimura struggled in the first half offensively. To some people, surprised because you hear a lot about his offense being good and his defense is where he struggles. But early on in the game, his defense of activity with block shots was very nice to see, and his offensive game is kind of where he struggled, which is kind of flipped of what you hear about when you hear about Hachimura. But it's nice to see that he was giving effort on defense, blocking shots. He had a scary fall. Thankfully, he was okay. Nothing got hurt. But this is what you like to see when you think of defensive potential with Hachimura, because you've heard that he has weaknesses on defense or he struggles on defense. So it's good to see that he's willing to go up and get blocks and not just watch dudes go up and not attempt to do anything. Now, offensively, Rui Hachimura was mainly posting up. He had one alley-oop. He took 1 3, but majority of his offensive game came from the post, trying to post up guys. Sometimes it looked like he got a little out-muscled. He had some get in the gym moments where it looked like he was kind of getting stalled out on the post up, and his jumper looked a little flat. So he needs to work on getting a little more arc on his jump shot. As people have seen from the tape that they've looked at him, they talk about his jumper coming off as a little flat. But if he can get some arc on that shot, I think he'll be fine. But as most rookies, first game in the Summer League, like I say, please do not judge players off Summer League games. It is not indicative of how a player will turn out in the NBA. Trae Young struggled in his Summer League games, and look how he turned out. And people was giving him a good argument for Rookie of the Year, but he struggled in his Summer League games. So Summer League is not an accurate setting to judge rookies, especially on how they'll play when they get to the NBA. But all in all, I saw some good things from Hachimura. Hopefully against the Nets on Monday, he can improve, get more comfortable, and we can continue to see that improvement offensively and the hustle defensively as well. Hopefully the offensive game comes along more and he gets more comfortable. And that's all I got to say on Hachimura. For a grade, I would give him a C plus or a B, around that range, for his very first game in the NBA. Now, the second player I want to talk about is Troy Brown Jr. Coming into his second year, I wanted to see him take more of a leadership role over this Summer League team, and I also wanted to see what he improved on in the offseason. And I believe I found out just that. I was very impressed with his game, and I was very impressed with his leadership role. He was mic'd up, and you heard him talking, trying to encourage teammates, as well as his post-game interview. He came off as very mature, and he talked about how he brought his barber in and gave haircuts to the team and things like that. Troy Brown Jr. is 19 years old, so these are things you like to hear from a 19-year-old, especially to hear somebody sound so mature at such a young age. Troy Brown Jr. scored 18 points, grabbing 15 rebounds on shooting 6 for 15. Now, Troy Brown Jr. just has a knack to be around the ball on the offensive, defensive glass. Some people don't have this trait. Either you have it or you don't, but Troy Brown does. He's always around the rim trying to get offensive rebounds and push the pace, or trying to get defensive rebounds and limiting second chance points for the opponent. And this is very good to see. As you can see, a small forward grabbing 15 rebounds, that's not a real common thing for a lot of players. So that's great to see in Summer League that he's attacking the boards offensively and defensively. As well, his game seemed smooth. He seemed like he was playing in slow motion. He had the ball in his hands a lot, going around pick and rolls, setting other players up. It was good to see from a second-year guy because he didn't look out of place. He didn't look like he still didn't know what he was doing, like his feel for the game wasn't there. He looked way better than he did the first time around in Summer League, and that's what you will hope. I was very impressed. He looked like the best player on the court, and this is what you like to see from a guy like Troy, who's expected to have a bigger role coming into the second year. Overall, I can give Troy Brown Jr. a very strong B+, maybe an A. I think I would give him an A if he made some three-pointers. He didn't make any three-point shots. But everything as far as his leadership and his feel for the game and his ball handling, it all seemed improved. And that is what I like to see. Now, if he would have hit some threes, that would have pretty much completed it for me. But we'll see Monday against the Nets, and hopefully he keeps improving in the Summer League. Last two players I really wanted to touch on was Admiral Schofield and Justin Robinson. Admiral Schofield, the Wizards' second-round pick, he had 9 points with 5 rebounds. He hit 1 3, I believe. He had to come out of the game for a little bit, took a elbow to the skull. But I seen the potential, but I didn't see too much from him this game. But like I said, it's a first Summer League game, so maybe against the Nets, he shows a little bit more. Justin Robinson, I liked what I see from him. He had 15 points with 3 assists and 4 rebounds. He had a nice pocket pass to Admiral Schofield for a dunk. He also had a nice crafty finish for the layup. He's a guy who the Wizards worked out, went undrafted. They picked him up, could get some time with the go-go, also trying to get that third point guard spot. So hopefully he continues to play well into Monday. You can see why the Wizards picked him up and why they're interested in him. He definitely has some potential, especially, for a smaller guy. It's good to see what you saw from him yesterday. So that's all I got for takeaways from Game 1 of the Wizards Summer League. On to Game 2 against the Nets on Monday. Let's see if we can see more improvement from Troy Brown, some more positive things from Rui Hachimura, more things from Admiral Schofield, as well as more improvements from Justin Robinson as well. Those are the main guys I'm interested in. And until next time, peace.
Georgie.